tonight. Bill Snyder brings his Kansas State Wildcats into Morgantown to take on the Mountaineers. It's number 4 versus number 13 on FOX. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis. Beautiful night here in Morgantown, and we're ready for football time now to join the 3rd member of our team on the sideline. Here's Julie Alexandria.
Thanks, Gus. You know, you guys mentioned Geno Smith a little bit earlier, and I got a chance to talk to Coach Holgorsen about his quarterback earlier today, and he said it's go time for Geno. This is why he's here. He's got to play within the framework, but he's also got to make big plays. He's got to keep that drive alive. He's got to stay confident, and he's got to take control early. This is why he's here. National stage tonight. This is a must-win for them. Guys?
All right, thank you very much, Julie. And a good football weather this evening. 50 degrees at kickoff time. Rain may come a little later on, but right now it's all clear as Big 12 football continues here on Fox as we take a look at the BCS top 10 teams and what they did today.
And we see Florida jumped on South Carolina in a big game there. Notre Dame survived, and we thought there might be a little letdown after the win against Stanford, but they survived against BYU, and LSU had to come back from 12 down to win at Texas A&M. So those teams continue to move on and still keep themselves in a position to be considered at the end of the year for the BCS National Championship game.
So Dana Holgorsen, the head coach of this Mountaineer team, he's looking for his squad to bounce back after a disappointing road loss last week at Texas Tech. West Virginia won the toss, deferred. So Kansas State will receive Bill Snyder, the legend. 73 years old now. He turned 73 2 weeks ago. And we are ready for college football on Fox. West Virginia and Kansas State. Tyler Lockett, Tremaine Thompson back deep for the Wildcats. And Corey Smith will send it away. $60,000 strong, sellout crowd, and we're underway for Morgantown. This one fielded inside the 5. Tremaine Thompson up the sideline. Thompson sprinting. Thompson all the way up to midfield, and more. Corey Smith, the kicker, had to stop him, and it's a 49-yard return. And that brings us to this evening's Taco Bell Impact Player.
We take a look for Kansas State. John Hubert, the running back, a complimentary piece to Colin Klein running the football. Meshach Williams is their best pass rusher, and Arthur Brown, their best player on defense, and All-American in the middle. For West Virginia, Stedman Bailey has a gimpy ankle and foot. We'll see if he can go tonight. Josh Francis, the best pass rusher for West Virginia, and Carl Joseph, the freshman free safety, is a playmaking hitter in the secondary.
Thompson stepping out of bounds at the 43. That's where Kansas State starts. John Hubert, he'll pick up 2 yards on the play as he's stopped by Doug Rigg. So Colin Klein, 2012 All-American candidate and Heisman candidate, 17-4 as a starting quarterback at Kansas State.
And look at how he has picked up in the passing game this year. The completion percentage, a decided jump from last season, as is the yardage. He worked awfully hard in the offseason on his mechanics and motion, and his confidence is at an all-time high in throwing the football.
Last week in their win against Iowa State, he was 16 of 24, 187 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Hubert trying to bounce it outside, almost tracked down, continues to move forward as Darwin Cook comes up with the tackle.
And that play should have been so much better for West Virginia's defense, shouldn't it, partner? Did you see how they had him trapped in the backfield, and Hubert, hard to get a direct shot on, danced out of it and got something out of nothing.
22 carries, 79 yards for Hubert 1 week ago against Iowa State. 3rd down and 5 at the 48, opening drive for the Wildcats. Here's Klein to throw it. Klein over the middle and caught. Lockett with the reception. A big 1st down, gain of 31 yards for Kansas State.
So important for West Virginia to come out here. Look, you said they deferred, right, on the opening kickoff? The defense needed to make a play, get off the field on third down for confidence. It doesn't happen. Instead, they get hit deep right off the bat on a key third down, and Kansas State's in business.
So first down and 10 now for Kansas State at the West Virginia 21-yard line. John Hubert, the single setback. Here's Hubert running left this time. And Hubert pushes the pile forward. He'll pick up 2.5, 3 yards on the play.
West Virginia's felt good all year long about their run defense. They think that's the best part of a defense that's been much maligned. But they have not played a team this season that's as committed to the run as Kansas State. You saw John Hubert's numbers there. Between him and Colin Klein, a 1-2 punch that they'll see for 4 quarters coming at them.
West Virginia giving up 131 yards on the ground, 43rd in the nation, 2nd and 7. Hubert again, skipping. Ooh, Hubert. What a collision. He gains 4 yards the hard way. Looks like he did pick up the first down. And looks like Darwin Cook came up and made the tackle.
See, Joe DeForest, the defensive coordinator in his first year at West Virginia, came from Oklahoma State, a special teams guru. And we had a chance to meet with him, and boy, it's been tough. Trying to preach the effort and the attitude and the toughness. Wants his team to mirror Kansas State. First and foremost, they want to get off the field on this drive.
So it's 3rd down and 3 at the 15. Here's Klein, trying to get outside, and no going. Great pursuit, Josh Francis. Kansas State lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the kind of play West Virginia's looking for from their defense. Josh Francis, an active and fast defender, ran down Colin Klein and did not allow him to cut back with power into the middle of the field. At the corner of the field and turn it up.
So that brings on Anthony Cantelli in to attempt a 33-yarder. Last week he was 2 for 2, and he gets off to a good start here. So Colin Klein, a successful opening drive for Colin Klein at Kansas State. 7 plays, 41 yards, eating up 335. Cantelli with the 33-yard field goal.
It's counterintuitive as it's also a successful drive for West Virginia. Why? They only gave up 3 points instead of 6. That's the way the game's played in the Big 12 now. You limit them to field goals and field goal attempts. You feel better about your chances with your own offense.
Geno Smith, the young man from Miami, Florida, ready to hit the field. As Cantelli will send it away, Tavon Austin and Jordan Thompson back deep. And folks, if you haven't seen Tavon Austin, #1, you're in for a treat. This kid is special. And he will take a knee in the end zone. So West Virginia will start from the 25. Here comes Geno. #1 in the nation in touchdown passes, passing percentage, and passing efficiency. Last week against Texas Tech, 30 of 56, 278, a touchdown. And didn't have his best game.
You're looking at numbers there that many quarterbacks in the country would be high-fiving their coaches in film sessions. For Geno Smith, it felt like a disaster.
First down and 10 of the 25. Smith out of the shotgun. And he hands it off. Andrew Bowie. And Bowie knocked backwards by guess who? Arthur Brown Jr. Senior from Wichita, Kansas. Miami transfer. And he is one of the most rugged defenders in the nation.
He is so sudden. I mean, it changed of direction, and once he goes, you saw the end result. Finished off the play in a hurry.
A loss of 2, 2nd down and 12 of the 23. Bowie in the backfield. Here's Smith, gives it to him. Whoa, what a big hole. Bowie exploding through the hole, and he'll pick up the first down. Jared Milo stops him. But that West Virginia offensive line opening up a canyon.
And that was the left side with Quentin Spain at left tackle, 67. Josh Jenkins, 77 left guard, and Joe Madsen, the center, 74. Last week, Spain came under a lot of scrutiny for so-called tipping plays with his offensive stance. Nothing tipped on that play, just successful.
Remember, Bowie had a career-high 207 yards against Texas, and they find Tavon Austin, and he'll get 9. Tavon Austin, senior from Baltimore Dunbar High School. He's a poet, and he is definitely a man that has shown some poetry on the field with this spectacular play. Second and short. They need a yard at the 45. Play fake. Smith trying to set up the screen. Incomplete. Bowie, the intended receiver.
Kansas State's a team that's very difficult to screen against. You know why? Because their defensive linemen are very intelligent in recognizing the signs of a screen. Did you notice who the first player was in the vicinity of it? It was number 92, Viola Tui, defensive tackle. Recognized the play, figured it out, and was chasing the play down from the backside.
Third down conversion, 6th in the Big 12 for West Virginia, 51%. Third down and 1 at the 45. Smith under center this time. And he'll call a timeout. 9:52 to play in the first quarter. Back to Morgantown right after this. Morgantown opening drive for Geno Smith and the Mountaineers. 262 straight pass attempts without an interception. He's chasing Trent Dilfer's record.
And that's in a single season. Had a chance to talk with Trent. He worked with Geno in the Elite 11 this offseason. Absolutely loves Geno Smith and wishes him the best of luck breaking his record.
Third down and 1 at the 45. Andrew Bowie, the deep man.
Showing a power set, but they have one-on-one up at the top and the bottom in coverage.
Here's Bowie looking for the first down and won't get it. Great pressure by Kansas State. Arthur Brown Jr., first man to him.
And you know what that means? If he's the first guy, that means these guys up front handled their business. In other words, they kept him clean so he could run through. And what he did was he ran through the block of number 88, Cody Clay, the lead fullback. Played it perfectly. Look at the leverage. Low man wins, proper shoulder underneath, knocks him aside, and tackles the ball carrier.
So West Virginia punting it away. And back deep, Tremaine Thompson. Tyler Bittenkurt, the punter. This one wobbly. And will be down inside the 10. A 48-yard punt. So Colin Klein back on the field. His team with a 3-0 lead. Welcome back. Now it's time to check out the Nissan Heisman Watch.
Well, we've got two of the top prospects here tonight in Geno Smith for West Virginia, Colin Klein for Kansas State. Manti Te'o's Notre Dame team stayed undefeated. He had another interception today. And Jordan Poyer from Oregon State has been playing very well as of late. Interceptions in each of his last 3 games. They have a big win against Utah later this evening.
Geno Smith and the Mountaineer offense coming up empty on their first drive. Now Colin Klein starts deep in his own territory. First down and 10 at the 8. Wilson and Hubert line up. In the offset eye, Klein audibling at the line of scrimmage. Here's Klein, who wants to run it. And Klein picks up a yard. Kyle Rose, the redshirt freshman from Centerville, Ohio, making the tackle.
Keep an eye on what West Virginia does versus this Kansas State running game. They're going to show their regular sets, but as it goes closer to the snap count, watch how many more guys get into the box area to try and reduce Kansas State's options running the football inside. And I think they're going to run a lot of run blitzes tonight to try and cover up holes.
Second and 9 at the 9. Klein, play action. With time to the sideline. And throws it on the money. Terrific throw and catch. Chris Harper with the reception, the senior from Wichita.
Look at this. Look at what West Virginia's doing and the number of people close to the line of scrimmage. That told Klein, let's get out of this run. Okay, I'll get one-on-one to the outside, good pass protection, and I've got the route to the top part. And look at that. Pat Miller giving up a lot of room to Chris Harper for an easy completion.
A gain of 18 yards, first down and 10 of the 27. Thompson in motion. Here's Klein, finds Tremaine Thompson. Down the sideline, spinning, and a flag on the play.
Wonder if the receivers were holding on that play because of the double blocks to the outside, trying to spring the receiver on the wide receiver screen.
Randy Crystal, your referee.
Holding. Offense, number 16. 10-yard penalty, first down.
When you're running this type of a play, look to the outside here. It's Tyler Lockett, number 16, engaged against number 7, Nana Kairam. And he ends up with the takedown and gets too much cloth. You see the hand on the outside of the pads. The officials caught that one perfectly.
So that'll make it first down and 15 at the 22. And Klein running it again. Trying to set up his blocks. Another flag on the play. Maybe offside against West Virginia.
Offside, defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's Christian Brown.
Now, didn't Kansas State have a penalty on the first play?
Yes.
And West Virginia just turns right around and hands it right back to them. Those are the things that make coaches nutty. The discipline on defense, on a defense that's struggling to begin with, you don't want to hand away yardage or plays to any offense.
First down and 10 at the 27. Klein to throw. Klein hit as he tosses. Oh, what a catch. Tyler Lockett camping under it, but Colin Klein stood in the pocket and took the shot. And that's a gain of 35 yards.
What you're going to get is the route. It's going to be a flag route going to the corner. Chris Harper stops and makes it a one-person route for Tyler Lockett, who beats Garvin, the linebacker, first. And as you noted, partner, look at him stand there, and Jared Barber hits him right in the chops, and he drops it right in the bucket for a huge first down.
Klein, not known as a passing quarterback, gets off to a great beginning, 4 of 4, 89 yards. First down at the 38. Here's a handoff, and Hubert, the Waco Wonder, picks up 4.
He is something, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I mean, when you take a look at John Hubert at 5'7", 191 listed, broke all the records of LaDainian Tomlinson in the Waco area in high school. Baylor didn't take him. Said their academics was an issue. They're worried about his size. Size has not been an issue at all at Kansas State.
Second down at 6 at the 34-yard line. And you can't see him behind Colin Klein, and that's by design.
And that's not even fair for a defense. You get a big offensive line. Colin Klein is 6'5", 6'6". John Hubert hides, and then he squirts free.
Here's Klein. Quick strike this time. Caught by Chris Harper. Harper close to the first down as Pat Miller jumps on him. 5-yard gain.
You feel the deliberateness of the Kansas State offense already. And see, this is what West Virginia has to battle, because they're used to go, 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 especially on the offensive side. And so when Dana Holgorsen gets the ball back, he doesn't want to be impatient. Look at the clock just ticking down as we go along. Already much of the first quarter gone. Kansas State only on their second drive.
Third down and 1 at the 29. Wilson and Hubert in the offset. Here's Hubert, second man through, and he squirts forward and picks up a first down. A gain of 4. Time now to head to Los Angeles and our Aaron Andrews for a game break.
Hey guests, let's update you on Texas Tech TCU's second overtime. BJ Catalon's 7-yard touchdown pass from Tavon Boykin. That made it 50-50, but now it's 50-50 350 TCU in the third overtime, guys.
Oh, that means the field goal was kicked and the door is open for Texas Tech, Aaron. If they score a touchdown, they get to go home a winner.
Texas Tech beating this West Virginia team at home last week. Here's Klein, pump fake, up the sideline, incomplete and a flag on the play. Harper, the intended receiver. Ishmael Banks covering.
And Banks has position. He's in good shape, all right? He can hit him there. The ball's not in the air. But he loses sight and really doesn't play the ball very well. He just plays the receiver. That flag's going to go against Banks because if he had turned and played the football.
Defense number 34, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
If he turns and plays the ball, he's in good shape. But I think he panicked a little bit, lost sight of it, lost his technique, and turned it into pass interference.
So on their second drive of the game, Kansas State marching it down the field once again. And they'll line up at the West Virginia 10 with a fresh set of downs.
See the play distribution already. 8 rushes. The surprise, they've thrown 5 passes already.
For 94 yards. Hubert bottled up. And Hubert fighting his way back to the line of scrimmage.
At this stage, the West Virginia defense is thinking field goal attempt. They've given up huge chunks of yardage, but they can hold them to another field goal attempt. Joe DeForest, the defensive coordinator you see on your screen right now, will count that as a victory.
Second down and 10 at the 10. Klein wants to throw it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Tyler Lockett over the shoulder. And they say Colin Klein isn't a throwing quarterback, but he's proven a lot of people wrong right now.
And his receivers have confidence in him, and they go get it. Look at this layout by Lockett.
Wow.
Foot down, has the football, takes it all the way to the ground. I think that's going to easily be a touchdown. Well-timed route, throw, and catch. Lockett broke it inside, broke it back outside, and Klein threw it on the break and gave him enough air to go underneath it and get it.
Second receiving touchdown of the year for Tyler Lockett, the sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Extra point up and good. So how about this? Remember, Kansas State beat Oklahoma on the road, and they start strong here in Morgantown. 9 plays, 92 yards, and they ate up close to 6. Kansas State jumping out to a 10-0 lead. In terms of the time of possession battle, the Wildcats have had it for 9 minutes. The Mountaineers for 2.5. As you take a look at the drive, Lockett with the 10-yard over the shoulder, beautiful touchdown reception.
Kansas State just takes time of possession and slaps a sleeper hold on it, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I mean, they were almost 41 minutes time of possession last week at Iowa State in their victory.
Tavon Austin back deep. Anthony Kentelli will send it away. West Virginia has to get something going on offense. And they'll start from the 1-yard line. This is Jordan Thompson. And Thompson is crushed. Terrific tackle on special teams by Weston Hybert. And this is during the break, Coach Holgorsen having a conversation with his squad.
Remember, he said this week that he thought that this was a team that would bow up and come to play. They didn't do that last week against Texas Tech. He thought they sagged in that game. They got down and really looked for the easy way out. He challenged them all week. He's challenging them again tonight.
Lost 49-14 at Tech, and they'll run it. This time, Dustin Garrison with the tackle. And we've been talking a lot about Texas Tech. Let's go back to Los Angeles. Here's Aaron Andrews with the game break.
Let me show you how this one ended in the third overtime. Alex Torres, the 8-yard touchdown pass from Seth Dagey. That was his 7th touchdown pass of the game. He has 13 touchdown passes in his last 2 games, guys.
All right, thank you very much. We will be in Manhattan, Kansas next week for Kansas State, Texas Tech. Geno Smith underneath and caught a flag on the play. Tavon Austin in heavy traffic.
They're as deliberate as the Kansas State offense right now getting this call in.
Fans not happy with the delay.
Holding. Defense number 26. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's Jarrell Childs, senior from Kansas City, called for holding. So a first down and 10 now at the 27. For West Virginia, Coach Snyder, 21st season at Kansas State, 6-0 this year, 3-0 in conference play. Now Geno Smith out of the shotgun. Andrew Bowie, the pistol back. And they toss it to Austin on the sweep. And Austin dives forward, gets across the 30-yard line. He picks up about 3.
His quickness and vision enabled him to escape Meshach Williams, number 42 in the backfield, who had gotten upfield and was in a position to make a play on the ball, and on the ball carrier right there. But he eluded him and was able to gain a few short yards.
Tavon Austin, first in the nation in catches per game, 11. Last week he had 10 grabs for 92 yards, his 7th consecutive game going back to last season with 10 or more catches. He's a special player. 2nd and 7 at the 30. Here's a handoff. Bowie. And Bowie maybe a yard. Violetui, the senior from Salt Lake City, with the stop.
We know West Virginia can throw the ball. That's their stock and trade. But right now, Kansas State's defense is doing the dictating, making it a 3rd and long situation.
3rd down and 6 at the 31 for Geno Smith. Empty backfield. His coaches want him to run it a little more to move the chains. Here's Smith. Stepping up. Has it batted out of his hands. Picks it up. And Smith out of bounds. Kansas State bringing pressure. And West Virginia will have to punt once again.
Look from the backside. Meshach Williams, their best pass rusher, goes through and strip sacks it, knocks it out of his hands. And then the running you referred to, Gus, on this one, no chance. Adam Davis, 55. Arthur Brown, number 4, had all the lanes closed down. West Virginia has to kick it away again. Kansas State dictating on defense what West Virginia is trying to accomplish.
Bittenkurt will punt it from his own 13. Tremaine Thompson back deep. And Thompson comes up the field at the 35 and goes down at the 34. A 37-yard punt. Bruce with the tackle on special teams. Now next week, folks, Foxtoberfest continues as Fox College Football presented by Geico. It's the Manhattan, Kansas, where 17th ranked Texas Tech takes on 4th ranked Kansas State. The showdown between Big 12 rivals. It all starts with the Fox College Saturday pregame show at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. You got to give a lot of credit to Tommy Tuberville for what his team has been able to accomplish at the start of this season. And we're looking at the numbers that Seth Dagey, his quarterback, put up today. 7 touchdown passes, but the biggest difference in Texas Tech this year, they're playing much better defense. First down and 10 at the 36 for Colin Klein. Angelo Pease lines up behind the All-America candidate. Play fake. Klein over the middle. Wide open receiver. Colin Klein putting it right between the 8 and the 6. Tremaine Thompson, another grab.
And how about them throwing the football on first down, knowing that West Virginia wants to load the box inside to try and take away running lanes, and not afraid to use the arm of Colin Klein. Off to a perfect start, 7 for 7, 118 yards and a touchdown.
This will probably be the last play of the first quarter, which has been dominated by Kansas State. From midfield, first down. Klein will throw it again. Klein going deep. Incomplete. Chris Harper was open. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter in Morgantown, West Virginia, with the score: Kansas State 10, West Virginia nothing. Fox College Football will be back after these messages. Quarter, fourth-ranked Kansas State on the road, up 10-zip as we take a look at the first quarter stats.
And every one of them is a surprise on West Virginia's side. Only 12 yards passing it, 21 yards total, 5:27 time of possession. No surprise at all for Kansas State at 9:33 in time of possession, dominating the first quarter of action.
Colin Klein throwing for 118 yards in the first quarter. And West Virginia is a team ranked 6th in the nation, averaging 543 yards per game. 2nd and 10 at midfield. Klein, play fake, steps up in the pocket with a lane. Colin Klein, first down and more, as a big boy rumbles to the 30. Isaiah Bruce with the stop, but that's a 19-yard gain.
Okay, watch. Look at what they've got here coming at Colin Klein, and he recognizes it. All right, as they start to roll this play, Colin Klein now sees the blitz coming, and once that happens, gets a nice block in the backfield from Angelo Pease, and then gets upfield using his legs to hurt the defense. Geno Smith, that's something he needs to add to his game for West Virginia.
First down and 10 at the 32 for Klein and the Wildcats. He'll run the option this time. Here's the pitch. Pease. And he'll hop out of bounds. Gaining 7 yards on the play. Angelo, a senior from Cairo, Georgia, in for John Hubert.
And you know what's happening besides the fact they're gaining yardage is that they're dealing blows on every play. All right, so the physical part of the game is all on the side of Kansas State now, which means their confidence continues to rise as this game goes on.
2nd and 3 at the 25. And they hand it off to Pease, who'll pick up a first down. Darwin Cook trips him up. But the thing about this Kansas State squad, their intelligence is, they're just remarkably intelligent football players. And according to Coach Snyder, sometimes they run 2 or 3 different offenses at the same time.
Yeah, when you look at them, they've got the spread elements, okay? They've got some veer elements to them. They got a little pro style. You name it, they put it all together, and they mishmash it together quite effectively.
First down and 10 at the 20. Klein flings it out to his receiver, Tyler Lockett. And a nice open field tackle by Terrence Garvin.
And that's a good play by Garvin. Those are the types of plays they need for West Virginia, who I'm watching essentially blitzing on every play. Doesn't matter whether it's a run down or a pass down. They're trying to force the action, trying to get into the backfield of Kansas State, trying to create turnovers.
2nd down and 9. Here's the option. Pease turns the corner. Pease, first down. Pease dives forward and gets to the 3. Carl Joseph stops him, but it's a 17-yard pickup on 2nd and 9.
And they absolutely destroy your rules about what you do, because he's going to take quarterback, but there's no one for the pitch back. See, there's Garvin 28, but where's the person who's supposed to take the pitch? No one there. That allows Pease to get to the corner and get to the 3rd level, which is the secondary, for another nice gain.
First down and goal now at the 3 for Kansas State. Total domination thus far. Colin Klein he'll go down at the 1-yard line. Darwin Cook with the tackle.
Gus, you noticed something early in the game about Colin Klein and how he waits for his blockers, how he has that patience in running. Did you see that little hop step there to make sure the blocker had time to clear and lead him up into the hole? He's one of the most patient runners we've seen in the college game, because he knows if he waits, then he'll read the blocking assignments and the defensive assignments and find the right place to run the football.
He leads the Big 12 with 10 rushing touchdowns, 9th play of the drive, 2nd and goal. Klein, quarterback sneak.
When he falls forward, it's usually a touchdown.
Touchdown. He used all 6'5", 226 pounds to get in. His 11th rushing touchdown of the season.
Watch the pile. Okay, everybody's got it all stacked up, but eventually gravity's going to take over, right? You see him pushing, and as gravity takes over, he falls forward. Just what you mentioned. All 6'5" now gets across the goal line. Another touchdown for Kansas State.
Dana Holgerson's Mountaineers getting smacked around on their home field with 11:23 to go in the 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good. 17-zip. K-State. Zip, Kansas State with the lead. And it's time now for our Aflac trivia question. Kansas State is one of 2 schools to start the last 2 seasons 6-0. Who is the other team? Coach Bill Snyder, his Kansas State football team looking for a slice of history today. It's 4th straight Big 12 road victory over a ranked opponent. The Wildcats have already won 3 in succession at Texas last season and at both Oklahoma and Iowa State in 2012.
You know what I think they do as well as, if not better than anyone in the country, is that they just play the game. They're not worried about the name that they're playing. They're not worried about the ranking that they're playing. They take care of themselves first. Very similar to John Wooden at UCLA. No scout, he didn't scout people. All he said was, we take care of ourselves and go from there.
And Austin brings it out of the end zone. Austin crosses the 10 and gets up to the 13-yard line. Now let's go to Aaron Andrews for a game break.
Reception leader with that catch as well. So a lot of records being broken tonight at USC.
All right, we will see USC and Oregon on November 3rd here on Fox. Geno Smith over the middle, incomplete. Intended for J.D. Woods.
And now you're hearing the crowd get restless. So you're worried about now the kids starting to really press. Julie Alexandria talked about Dana Holgerson telling Geno Smith, it's go time. It's time for you to will your team to a victory, to bring them along. Will he continue to play with the calm we've seen for most of the year? Or will he get too amped up now and try and do too much?
Smith 2 of 4, 12 yards. 3rd drive of the game for West Virginia. Underneath, that's Austin. He'll pick up a 1st down. Ty Zimmerman, the safety, with the tackle.
Picked up the 1st down, trying to increase the tempo now as they try and move forward. The one name we have not heard so far in the passing attack, Stedman Bailey, who hurt a foot last week at Texas Tech. How healthy is he? There's Bailey at the top of the screen.
He did practice this week. 1st down and 10, play action. Smith in trouble. Smith wants to tuck it. He gets outside. And Geno Smith will gain 3 yards.
He wants to keep a play alive as long as possible so he can throw the football and deliver it downfield. And I like that attribute in him. But I think with his team struggling a little bit now, it probably wouldn't hurt if he takes a look, maybe a 2nd look, and sometimes squirts free into the secondary and hurts a defense with his legs, picking up yardage.
Garrison catches a swing pass, and Garrison crosses the 30 up to the 32. Meshach Williams with the tackle. And one thing the West Virginia coaches told us when we were at their facility yesterday, they're so impressed with Coach Snyder's team's ability to really bring guys to the turf.
They tackle so well. You catch the ball, they tackle you almost on the spot. and West Virginia's used to a lot of yardage after the catch.
3rd down and 4. Geno Smith underneath. 1st down, West Virginia. Now the Mountaineers managing to move the ball. That's Stedman Bailey. I think he heard you from way up here.
He had a little hitch in his giddy-up when I watched him practice on Thursday, but now they're bringing the crowd back into it. And what did they get on that play? What we just discussed, the yak yardage, the yardage after the catch is built into what Dana Holgorsen runs on offense.
Bailey, first in the nation in scoring, averaging 14 points a game. He missed the second half with that ankle injury after catching 6 balls for 56 yards against Tech and a touchdown. Smith, incomplete. Meshach Williams make that Malone covering. Bailey, the intended receiver. And the West Virginia fans wanted a flag.
And that's part of what you just talked about, their ability to tackle on the spot. Nigel Malone was all over the receiver. The fans thought he was there too early. But Ryan Mueller, number 44, forced the throw quickly, and Malone was right on the play to help break it up.
2nd down and 10 to the 44. Smith gets it off, and there they are to stop him once again. This is Copeland with the reception. Smith under pressure.
And Kansas State's not a big blitz team, but watch Arthur Brown on this play as he goes to Geno Smith. He and Adam Davis, 55 on the backside, combine to get their hit in on Geno.
So that makes it 3rd down and 10 at the 44. West Virginia 1 of 3 on 3rd down conversions. Empty backfield for Smith. Geno to the sideline. Garrison will not pick up the 1st down as he gets to the 50. Nigel Malone ushering him out of bounds.
And look at this. This is good. This is what they do. Look at the coverage downfield. They take away the downfield options, make him throw it short. And then when they throw it short, look at that. There's nowhere to go. They rally up, make the tackle. The crowd's upset because they want him to go for it on 4th down. Dana Holgorsen wants to help his defense, maybe with a little field position.
Tyler Lockett standing at the 12-yard line for Kansas State. Bittenkurt will punt it from the 35. And he shanked it. Gets a kind bounce, and it's down at the 24. So Kansas State with the football once again, 7:55 to go in the 2nd quarter. Here comes Colin Klein. 4 p.m. Pacific. How about Barry Zito last night?
Remember when they thought Barry Zito would never be a frontline guy again? That looked like the Barry Zito of old.
As the American League champion Detroit Tigers wait, the winner of that.
Somehow I knew that.
Did I say that they were the American League champions?
Yeah, I do believe that came up once or twice.
1st down and 10 at the 25. Klein. And this is Harper turning it up, and Harper gets to the 45. Doug Rigg with the tackle, but Colin Klein has been pitching it this evening.
And his receivers are giving him excellent targets to throw to. Look at the first 3 possessions for Kansas State. Field goal, touchdown, touchdown. The second drive, 92 yards for touchdown.
1st down and 10 at the 44. Some feel that this game will allow either Klein or Geno Smith to really distinguish themselves as the Heisman frontrunner. And in the first half, it's all Colin Klein. And he's been doing it with his arm. Here's a jump pass, Sammy Ball style. Travis Tannehill with the reception.
As if we needed one more reason to compare Colin Klein to Tim Tebow. Right? I mean, he's showing it all tonight. You just talked about the National League Championship Series and the pitchers showing a wide variety. They always have a wide variety of pitches. We're seeing that from Colin Klein tonight. We've seen the long ball, the intermediate ball, ball down the middle to the sidelines on the post corner. Now he goes jump pass in the middle of the field. Coupled with added to his running ability, he's showing everything this evening.
He's been almost perfect. 10 of 11, 149 yards and a touchdown. And they'll run it this time. And Hubert spinning. Such a low center of gravity for John Hubert as Carl Joseph comes up with the tackle.
You know what I'd like to see? A reel of the times that John Hubert was tackled one-on-one and didn't spin away from someone, because it'd be a very short reel. Almost every time there's contact, he finds a way to slide, move, spin, and continue to get forward for additional yardage.
Second down and 3 at the 38. Out of the offset eye, Hubert, the deep man, and they give it to him. Hubert, first down, Kansas State. As we talked about in the break, as you mentioned, this is a pivotal drive for West Virginia.
And they're doing everything possible to try and stack the line of scrimmage, add more people to the box to limit the run game. Joe DeForest had told us he was going to try and, mug the line of scrimmage, maybe even run blitz a lot to try and fill up holes. But oftentimes when you run blitz, if you don't fit it perfectly, creases appear, and we just saw one there for another decided gain by Kansas State.
First down at the 31. Play fake, Klein sets up deep, lets it fly. On the button, lock it. I thought this kid couldn't throw it.
Everyone keeps saying that, and you and I have talked about this over the 2 years we've been together. And I think we've come to a consensus. We don't care how it looks. Does it get there? Is it on time? Is it in the right place? Colin Klein will never be a training tape for how to throw the football. But who cares? I don't care if he's on his head. I don't care if he's throwing it behind his back, drop kicking it off the stadium top. That ball's getting to his receivers with dispatch.
A 19-yard gain, first down and 10 at the 22. Hubert. Darwin Cook comes up and makes the stop. But Hubert gains 4 yards.
And Dana Holgorsen talked about this week. Who's going to bow up and take a plant their feet and make a stand for his West Virginia defense? So far, we have not seen that in the first half. Kansas State having their way, allowing Colin Klein to throw early in the downs and throwing for big yardage when he does so.
Second and 6 at the 8. Klein runs the option, keeps it, turns, touchdown, K-State. Wow.
As he comes down the line, it's the patience again. This time, he's going to have the option of pitching it or tucking it. See? Right here, you got him taking the pitch, and he tucks it inside because he sees the momentum going the proper way. They're all the way outside. He sticks a foot in the ground, turns his shoulders upfield, and barrels his way into the end zone for another Kansas State touchdown. Truly having their way with West Virginia's defense this evening.
And the Wildcats, with 4:27 remaining in the second quarter, go up 24-0. Colin Klein now running it. It's pay dirt, his second rushing touchdown of the night. With 4 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter, a surprising score, folks. Kansas State led by that man, Colin Klein, with a 24-0 lead.
I think what a lot of people around the country have grasped onto over the years with Kansas State is that they are that scrappy, overachieving type of a team, especially in this latest incarnation with Bill Snyder. I think we need to go ahead and bury that myth. All right, that's not who they are. This is one of the best football teams in the country, and West Virginia has a heck of a battle now to try and get back into it.
So the Mountaineers trying to find some kind of momentum as Tavon Austin takes it out of the end zone. Austin with a seam. Austin breaks away. There it is. Tavon Austin. 100 big ones. He's special, folks.
You mentioned that earlier. Look what happened. Look at the crease that he got and that wide open gap. And once he's able to turn on the jets, that's all she wrote. But the blocking was terrific as he moved to his left, opened up the hole. He saw the vision back right and then he ends up in the end zone, and the spark you're looking for was just lit by Tavon Austin.
4:13 to go in the second quarter. West Virginia finally on the board. The young man from Baltimore, Maryland, with the big play, 24-7. Welcome back to Morgantown. The fans here finally with something to smile about as Tavon Austin returns a kickoff 100 yards, his fourth career kickoff return for a touchdown. But remember, Kansas State does it pretty well with Tyler Lockett. He's averaging 31 yards per return on kickoffs, 8th in the nation, and he has a touchdown.
And that return by Austin was what kept Bill Snyder up a little bit later this week. He told me earlier this week that his biggest challenge in special teams was trying to cover their kickoff unit because of the skill of Austin.
Lockett from the 6. And Lockett shot down at the 22-yard line. Garrett Hope with the tackle on special teams. We're starting to call this kid Optimus Klein as we take a look at his numbers.
He already had the record for quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Now he's tied the school record set by Darren Sproles. He's behind our own Eric Crouch, our colleague here at Fox Sports, in Big 12 history, and 39 in the last 2 seasons, a record for quarterbacks in Football Bowl subdivision. This drive is all about the West Virginia defense as we started, though. Can they help out now after the offense helped them with the kick return?
First down and 10 at the 32. Pease. All sorts of running room as Pease gains 8 yards on the play.
He started the season as the lead guy at running back before Hubert took over midway through the first game of the year. And it's been a while since Pease has had a good number of carries. But Hubert got cut earlier in the game and is spending a little bit extra time on the bench. And Pease has stepped into the breach quite well.
2nd and 3. Klein to throw it. Sideline. Caught, first down by Chris Harper. Now let's answer our Aflac trivia question. Kansas State is one of 2 schools to start the last 2 seasons 6-0. Who is the other team? Well, the #1 team in the nation.
About that, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
We've got Tennessee tonight. Your boys.
3rd Saturday in October, Gus. One of the great rivalries in college football. I'm sorry, bro.
First down at 10 at the 37. You were about to get on a roll.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here's Klein. Play fake. Klein winding up, wide open. Incomplete. Wow, he had Tyler Lockett, but he put too much on it.
Oh, this is a layup too. Look at the cushion that these wide receivers are getting, and still they run by Ricky Rump, number 41. A little bit more air, and Tyler Lockett's still running into the end zone. Did you see the cushion Ricky Rump gave him? That was at least a 12-yard cushion, and even with that, Tyler Lockett runs by him. The cornerbacks for West Virginia are playing with a decided lack of confidence in the corner. No one going up and really challenging the receivers for Kansas State.
2nd and 10. Klein, he does it again. This time on the button. Tyler Lockett with the catch, and it's a gain of 44.
Well, you miss one, and again, that's at least a 12-yard cushion, a double move that Carl Joseph, number 8, bites on, and Tyler Lockett runs past him. I'm not sure what the West Virginia defensive backs are looking at in terms of their eyes and their keys, because one move takes them out of their coverage very easily.
Lockett, 6 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown in the first half. And a timeout called by K-State as the play clock wound down 24-7. Last week, West Virginia trailed 35-7 at halftime. It could be 31-7 today if the West Virginia's defense doesn't step up as Geno Smith gets loose. First down and 10 at the 19.
Heard about wide open playbooks. Kansas State's, they can do whatever they want right now.
Klein to Lockett. And Lockett picks up 6.
You know, Bill Snyder's been referred to many times as the scheme master. You alluded to it earlier, Gus, with the different types of offenses that they incorporate in their overall attack. And he's hitting West Virginia inside, outside, deep, short, with power running the football. The Mountaineers have to find a way to create a turnover and help themselves out.
Klein will run it on 2nd and 4. West Virginia closing in after the 2-yard gain. Isaiah Bruce on the bottom of the pile for the Mountaineers brings up 3rd down and 2.
And you see the clock ticking down. Kansas State's well aware of that. Their idea of finishing the half is to let it bleed out as they fall into the end zone. Under no hurry right now.
And some movement on the right side of the K-State.
Offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's Tavon Rooks.
So unusual for them. You know, they had 9 penalties last week at Iowa State. Prior to that game, they had 9 penalties for the season.
Fifth time Kansas State has been in the red zone in the first half. 3 touchdowns. 3rd down and 7.
Look for the pressure to come from West Virginia's defense here.
He's the pistol back. Here's the option. Klein takes it. First down and more. Colin Klein down at the 1.
They brought the pressure, but they came into the watch. They go inside here. That leaves all that out there. There's no one as they run off the secondary guy. Look at this. There's no one there. Klein's just running to the corner. No need for a trail back. The big fella going, Darwin Cook, is the only reason he doesn't get into the end zone with a saving tackle.
First down and goal at the 1. 29 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Klein. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns. Make it 3. Once again, Colin Klein finding the end zone, and Kansas State takes a 30-7 lead with 17 seconds to go. Cantelli comes in to attempt the extra point. 31-7. K-State. Colin Klein using his legs. The Wildcats complete domination.
Be one with it, and it will be one with you. Be one with your tires, and the road will be one with you. Hang-Up Tires.
And coming up at the half, it's the Pizza Hut halftime show with Aaron and the guys. They'll cover a lot of action today, including a record-breaking day for SC, Texas Tech in a thriller, and Alabama visiting Knoxville.
Upset-minded Tennessee, by the way.
Charles Davis, a proud Tennessee All-SEC graduate.
Just for the record, 4-1 against Alabama. I'll leave it at that.
So West Virginia will receive Tavon Austin. This time he takes a knee. Introducing the UPS Team Performance Index, a new statistical measure that looks at the efficiency of a team's offense, defense, special teams, and miscues to define their competitive advantage. Check out the UPS Team Performance Index throughout the season for a look at the logistics behind a winning team.
I'm not quite sure how we define efficiency there, but can there really truly be a more efficient team than the one we're watching tonight in Kansas State in the country?
Well, when you look at the numbers, Kansas State racking up 345 yards of total offense in the first half, and their defense holding West Virginia to 57. Geno Smith. This reception made by Ivan McCartney.
And you see West Virginia with the score 31-7 in no mood at all.
West Virginia, it's our second time out of the half. It's a 30-second.
And West Virginia calling a timeout.
Yeah, they're in no mood to just take a knee and go to the locker room at the half. Yeah, Dana Holgorsen saying maybe we can break something. Maybe we can get something big with their skilled receivers. You know, they can shake a few tackles and go to the distance and feel better going in at the half. There's really no risk at this point if something happens in the backfield. Kansas State scores. You take that chance, that's easy.
Over the last 6 quarters, West Virginia has been outscored 80-21.
Texas Tech was last week. We'll see them next week against this Kansas State team in Manhattan. And now West Virginia trying to get something before the half. Get a little momentum.
2nd down and 1. Smith. And incomplete.
And the pressure from Kansas State is really just from the front 3 or 4. They're not a huge blitz team. But Adam Davis, 55, Meshach Williams, 42. And Geno Smith just broke the record in one single season, 272 throws without an interception, breaking Trent Dilfer's record. But that's not one he's real happy about at the moment.
Fired it out wide, McCartney. And that is the end of the first half. A shocking score at halftime. Kansas State on the road on top of West Virginia, 31-7. Now let's go to Aaron Andrews in LA.